Looking to treat this as a bullish order block here. Here we're in. We're in based on this 1 hour trade into this hourly fair value gap here. And then we've just traded into this bullish order block market just opened in 2 minutes, hoping for displacement up to this high here. And ultimately, this high right up here. Looking to add here as well. So we'll see. Looking to see if we could get some bodies to close right back above the opening price. This down close candle. Speed above this high means I add in one more contract and trail my stop here. Ultimately going to be holding for these relative equal highs here, which are right here. Have we gotten speed and displacement above this high? Not quite. We'll still wait. Okay, this looks good. Are my stops being trailed here? Just trimming some of this risk there. I'm not going to take a partial here. I'm ultimately going to be holding for this. But I will look to add here once we form this first presented fair value gap here, which will be right here. Matter of fact, this is a suspension block as well. Okay, I'm looking to see if this respects it. I'm looking to add here as well. All right. All right. I like that. Selling one there. And that's going to be my partial right there. Stops being trailed right here. Ultimately holding for these equal highs here. Let's see if we get it. A bit of a messy execution here by my part. Okay, that's fine. I'll take that. At least I took a partial there. So if I went to add it in right here, this probably would got stopped. Maybe at a slight loss or at break even. But because we added that partial in, we're able to get more. We're able to secure a 1R. So not bad. But realistically, I went in very light. Obviously, I scaled in. So now that it is taking out this buy side, I think now what I want to trade into is this hourly relative equal lows, and then look to trade up. Because right now we're just forming equal highs here. Let me show you guys this. We're just forming relative equal highs here for the PM session. So let's see if we could trade into this hourly inefficiency. Also, if we were to run some quadrants on this entire 1 hour inefficiency from the high to the low, midpoint's right there, but look where the sell side is. 75% of this range, and it's above equilibrium. So for bullish, we ultimately want to see price remain in the upper half of this inefficiency, not the lower half. If we remain in the upper half of this inefficiency and we leave the bottom open, that's completely bullish. That's really bullish. And that supports the idea for expansion higher into these relative equal highs here. Okay, I'm in. My stop is right here. Wow, that's a 40-point stop. That's extremely wide for my liking. So I'm in based on this inversion fair value gap here, this order block, and this nice displacement back into the first presented. Ultimately targeting these relative equal highs here. I was waiting for these relative equal lows to get engaged, didn't, and I wanted to take off before that. So as long as displacement is present in the trade, I don't mind going in. So it's present right here, and so I don't mind entering. I don't necessarily have to wait for these lows to get engaged. Let's see if we get some speed above this high. Speed above that high indicates that I move my stop. Let's see if this candle, okay. Stops completely stops completely coming to break even after that. We're not playing around with that. All right, nice. TP's hit. Again, I would have loved to add it into this position. I would have loved for price to trade and take out these equal lows here, but it didn't. So we bounced right at the 75% range of this 1 hour fair value gap. Had a change in state of delivery once we got above this order block, got above this fair value gap here, got above this first presented and the suspension block. So we've already violated 3 PD arrays with displacement. I can't ignore that. And if you are going to ignore that, that's just ignorance. You're reading into the chart, so I had to pull the trigger there.